My name is Chris Kirkendale, and I'll be going over Zoho sites. So to first get started with both Zoho sites, you can go from your search engine. You can type in Zoho sites, click on this link, Easy Website Builder, or you can go directly to the address and type in zoho.com/sites. So either way, you end up right here at their homepage. And to get started, you can enter your email and password, agree to the terms of service privacy policy, and sign up. And Zoho is free. It doesn't ask you to enter any credit card information to sign up, although there is an original 15-day trial, but it will not charge you after that is done because it doesn't ask for your credit card info. So I already have an account, so I'm going to go ahead and sign in with Google. And since I already have a site, it will bring me to this page where it shows my sites. But if you are just signing up, it will direct you straight to here where you pick a template. So there's many templates you can choose. Down below, you can go through these. I'm just going to go ahead and choose one right here. It's going to ask for your site name. I'm going to say Singapore Management University Peer Evaluation. And if it ever directs you to a screen like this when loading after loading something, you can just refresh the page and it'll go to where you need to go next. Just does that. Here's a little tutorial they provide. The building blocks of Zoho, sections, elements, apps, forms, previewing, and publishing. And I will go into those right now. So it brings you to this home page, provided by the template we chose. Right here, where I'm highlighting with my mouse, is where it shows you all of your pages: home, about us, projects, contact, which are the ones they provided. And if you want to go, yeah, you can click on these direct links, even in the website builder. Yeah, and then if you want to check the pages in a pages overview section, click on pages right next to settings at the top, and you can see all of your pages here. From here, you can edit some page info. You can rename the page URL. So you set your home page as home. And you can also go straight to the page, and as before, we were at the website builder and edit the content. So some more things about Zoho and building your website. If you go up here in the top left corner, there's a blue plus sign. It shows you can add a section, element, page, blog post. I'm going to click on element. It's going to show you all the elements we can add, such as text elements, heading, paragraph. As you can see right here, here's a heading. Here's a text paragraph. Images. There's an image in the background in our template. Image with text. See what that's about. So you can put an image here and text here. And so with each element, right here, right above them, there's going to be 4 buttons. Starting with the right one, trash can, delete the element if you want. It's going to ask you to make sure you want to delete it before doing it. Far left is a drag and drop tool or selector. You can drag and drop your element wherever you want. All right, there we go. Right next to that is the copier. So basically, you just copy to your clipboard the element that you have with its current content and whatnot, and you can post that, paste that on the page or a different page. And the most important button here with each element is the settings. There's different settings for each element. In this case, there's general settings, link, caption, text. Sometimes they're just general, sometimes they're just link. And from here, you can change various things. You can go ahead and change the image for this one. Let's go to our files. We don't have any. So when uploading files, we can open an image library, and we can search in different image libraries, Unsplash, Pixabay, and Google, or you can just choose from default. You can type in keywords such as Singapore Management University. See if that shows up. Alright, we got some pictures of the university. I'm going to go ahead and insert one here. I'm going to readjust it, make it smaller. Okay. Alright. So yeah, more settings. Link settings. You can, let's see. That's more for like a button. Link settings. You can also use it for images, but in this case we're not going to. Change the caption. There's a caption on or not. And text. You can align it. And then to the left here, there's a style editor. You can change the typography, fonts, styles, all that. You can change the background. Can make it a solid color or background image. Let's go ahead and just put a solid color for now. All right. Change the border size, radius. You can create a shadow behind the image, and you can change the spacing. Right below style editing is the animation customization. Let's go ahead and create a animation with this image. I'm gonna slide right or slide left, and change the animation duration to 2 seconds. Okay. And you can repeat the animation if you want. And then below here are more CSS editing style sheets and stuff. And then below that is the different views for devices, such as mobile, tablet, web. Let's go to a different element and see about that. Let's look at this button down here. Go to the settings. We can change the button label to create an account. We can change the size to medium, styles, rounded corners, and so back to the link setting. It's important with buttons because we would want a user to click this button in particular to load another page and fill out a form there. So let's just go ahead and put a contact for now. And so if we wanted to preview what we have so far, click preview, publish. Preview brings you directly to a preview of the site, but where it's not fully published. So we can see our text box and our image. We can see a button down here, and if we click it, it brings us straight to the contact page as we were intending. Let's log out the preview. Some more elements down here: buttons, content. You can add a carousel of different images rotating um, on your homepage. Containers, dividers, and others. So you can add tables. You can add video, audio, even Google Maps. Okay. And then from here, let's go ahead and go to the About Us page and move on to Forms. So Forms, let's go ahead and create a form. So it gives you templates. There's 7 here, just pre-made forms, pretty common ones: satisfaction survey, job application, whatever. We're going to build our own form from scratch because that's what we need for our application. Form name, we're going to say create an account. So with forms, on the right, you see the form properties, form title. Ours is named create an account, as we just made that. And to the far left, we see the fields. So the fields are where we're going to build the form with. We're going to drag and drop what we need to create our form. So we got single line, we got an email, multi-line field, number field to just make sure a number is inputted, not text. Radio buttons, which are usually in groups. So yeah, we got a lot of fields here. URL. So let's start with radio button and take a look more into the fields and their properties. So over here with the form properties, and now once we click on a field, it takes you to field properties. We got the name, to rename it to favorite ice cream. Okay. And then below, we can rename the choices. If we need more choices, we can click on these plus signs right here, get as many as we want. Or we can delete the ones we just did. You can order them alphabetical order. Say if we did Zaf, and then we clicked alphabetical order, should rearrange them. I don't know. Okay. And then so yeah, that's a radio button. Field properties. And let's get rid of all these necessary fields. Okay, so we got single line and email. I'm gonna go ahead for create an account form. I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 more single lines and add this email to the top. So for email, we want the user's email. And we want it to be a mandatory field. So if you look over here in the field properties, there's validation, data validation, and so before a user can submit this form, each field that you check mandatory, such as we just did with email, will have to be filled out. We also choose no duplicate values because we don't want the same email for 2 users in the database. We're going to make this field name username. Also make it mandatory and no duplicate values. The following 2 fields are for the password and confirm password. We want to make these both also mandatory because we want the user to fill out their password and confirm it to make sure they know exactly what their password is. All right, so now that we've built the form, let's go back to the site builder. All right, so the form appeared at the bottom of our page, About Us page, because I clicked the blue button and added the form from there. So yeah, we can also preview this form we just created. Go to the bottom, enter some stuff. Submit. And since since this is a preview, data records won't be updated with the input we just created. But if you were to publish, if we were to publish this, and so when you first publish, it will ask you to enter a subdomain. If you want your own domain, not a subdomain that has zohosites.com in it, you can purchase down below. But we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put in SMU peer eval for evaluation for our subdomain for Singapore Management University. Now we can click our published site, go to About Us, scroll to the bottom, see our form, enter some information. All right, data is added successfully. We can actually go check that right now. Get out of there. So if we want to check the data records inside of our form, see what users have entered, click on the form as we did with the elements, and the settings will bring up this little display box. Click form data, and we can see our record down below. You can also search records by each field, and yeah. And then if we need to further update the form, we can click customize form up here and reevaluate and update. Okay. So since this is a website with a free trial, I'm going to go back to my site, my blank site that has a Zoho Pro subscription, because we're not able to add as many forms and pages in this free trial version. So I'm going to save what we have here and quickly go to my other site. In this site, I can create as many pages and forms as necessary. Okay. So as you notice in the template, there are many sections, and for our project, we're not going to need all of those sections provided and all that formatting and everything. So I'm going to delete what is here already. Go to the section, and as I mentioned earlier, how to delete and implement. You click the trash can. Delete. Are you sure? So now we're left with a blank canvas. I only have one home page, and we're going to begin developing our peer evaluation application. We go ahead and go to pages. We have a home, add a new page, page name, create an account. Go back to pages, add another page, peer evaluation form. Okay, so now we have 3 pages: home, create an account, and peer evaluation form. I'm going to go ahead and put that form on create an account. I'm going to again delete this section and add an element form, and I can go ahead and just use this create account form we created because even though you have many sites inside Zoho sites, you can save your forms and use them on different sites. Alright, so we got the site in there, or we got this create an account form in there. I'm going to go to the home page and add a button to link to the create account page. Go to settings, button label, need to create an account. I'm going to link it to the create an account page, and I'm also going to make it bigger and change the style. I'm also going to add an animation. Slide up, and a second. Okay. I'm also going to create another form on the home page for logging in. Form, and I already have one, but we can go ahead and create our own real quick. Okay, fields we need for that are username and password, single line fields. Go ahead and change the names. And we want to make these fields mandatory for signing in. Okay. Alright, and then I'm going to actually drag my button down below the login. And drag the, actually just going to delete this section so I can bring the login form back up. Okay, there we go. Alright, we got the home page down and the create an account button, create an account form on its page down. Now we're going to create the peer evaluation form. So to do that, I'm going to go to the peer evaluation form page. I'm going to delete this whole section. I'm going to add an element and create this form from scratch. So one thing about Zoho is it's also integrated with a product called Zoho Forms. So inside Zoho sites, when you create a form, it gives you the following fields on the left. But when using Zoho Forms, since it's specifically for forms, it allows a few more fields and features and customization to your form. So I'm going to go over to Zoho Forms and create our peer evaluation form because it is a longer form and more complicated. Alright, go ahead and create a new form. Peer evaluation. This will be the peer evaluation to use in the demonstration. Okay, so as you can see, the list of fields is much longer. It's also advanced fields, or these are the advanced fields right here. And Not only that, but it adds a few more basic fields such as section, page break, slider, rating, description, unique ID, and those are the ones I'm going to be glad to have in Zoho Forms. Um, one second. All right, so for a peer evaluation form, I would like to start off with student information. And this form has been created by the business intelligence manager, Eduardo, and I will be recreating the form he created. Okay, we'll start out with the section, students info. And then we're going to create today's date, which use the my date time field. We also use a single line field and a number field because we're going to be collecting the group ID of the person. Actually, for now, we'll just use single line because group ID could contain text. Today's date, peer name, and group ID. And I'm gonna go ahead and check mandatory for most of these fields, so I don't have to do it later. Okay, next section is the how a student contributes to a team project. There'll be three fields in this section, actually all going to be drop down. So here we go, the drop down list, and as before with the radio buttons, with the choices, we're going to add some choices and rename all of them for the user to select. First field will be how a student actively and constructively communicates. We will, for all the following drop-down fields in our peer evaluation form, we'll make the choices 1 through 5. Actually, for now we're going to make them 1 through 5 on a Likert scale. And see, I'm gonna do that now. To add 2 more fields, 3. Okay, so there we go with that one. Second one is how a teammate encourages all perspectives and acknowledges contributions. Add 2 here. 1. Quick way to do this is hit tab after entering your choice. Next one. Okay. So yeah. This is actually the wrong section. This section, these three questions are facilitates contributions of others. And we're going to add a section right above that first section called contributes to team profit. Now under that, we're going to have three more drop downs. Do the same thing with different options. Okay. All right, on to the next section. After facilitates contributions of others is planning and management. All right, we're almost done. We only have two more sections. Next one is fosters a team climate, and we'll have only two drop downs. Next section, how student manages potential conflict. finally, our last quick section is our conclusion. It will contain a multi-line field and one more drop. Last drop down will be finally algebra. In order to do the same thing, questions will do 5. And the multi-line field will be any additional comments anyone wants to leave. All right, so we have finally completed our peer evaluation form. I'm going to save it. And here it is. As you can see, the drop downs worked 1 through 5. Alright, so back to site builder. I'm going to delete this form right here. I'm going to add an element. And here's our form we created in Zoho Forms. So you get to that by adding an element, going to forms, and remember what you named it. And here it is. So it says this form already exists on this page, and that happens sometimes. But sometimes you just have to refresh. Okay. Very confused. I'll rename this real quick so I can make sure. Oh, you click. Oh, I love it. So to access any form you have from Zoho Forms, you go to Elements, Forms, and instead of your other forms you create in Zoho sites, you go up here to Zoho Forms up top, and then you can select yours from there, which I only have one, so there it is up top left. I'm going to add it, and now we can finally see it on our peer evaluation page. There we go. Good. So after we have that done, I'm going to go ahead and mess around with the visual editing and style background images, and all that. I'm going to first start out with the logo of the site. You can add anything. I'm going to go ahead and just choose this for now. Resize it. It's alright. From there, I would like to actually go to the home page. So the home page, or any page, I think, there's what is called a hero slide, and it's basically the background, and like it's usually across pages. It's kind of like the whole site, like kind of image and background image. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a hero slide. Yeah, here's some examples. Loading. Alright. So it gives more of like a, I don't know, like a, you can make your website look better. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this and say Singapore Management University. There we go. It's got our, okay. And, yeah, there we go. Now I'm gonna mess with Visual Editor. So these customization options to the right can have you customize your website. Inside presets, it has, as you can see, themes for colors and fonts and styles of text. So mess around with that a little. Change the color elements and links and text to make your website have a theme. You can also submit custom values for the colors and styles and fonts. Alright, stick with that. Alright, so there are presets. And then also with this, as you can see, my header is up here, Singapore Management University. I can make all the headers go in the middle, right, left, and also like where the page link locations are. Or I'm sorry, that's actually for the logo, but that's fine for now. So as you can see, there's settings for all this type of stuff: blog lists, blog posts, banner layouts, even advanced for every single element, headings, themes, text sizes, paragraphs, everything. Buttons. I can go ahead and change the button from a light themes, a dark theme. Change it a little bit, and yeah, I think that's it for my demonstration. So yeah.